And now, Starliner Media presents Music Night at the Majestic's Holiday Extravaganza with your host, Michael Boswell.
All right, it's time once again for Music Night at the Majestic's Holiday Extravaganza. And yes, we say extravaganza with tongue firmly planted in cheek. With us tonight, Marlon Hargis of Exile. Marlon, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be on this extravaganza, as you say.
You don't get to do that every day, do you?
No, I haven't been on an extravaganza for months at least.
Well, tell you what, the whole point of this is the music of this time of the year. And Exile has a new country or new Christmas album out, I should say.
Right. I guess part of it's country, I suppose. It's sort of all over the board. To speak to that, there are a couple of sort of country sounding things. There are a couple of actually more rock sounding things, and actually sort of a gospel sounding thing. So, but it's a new project. It's called Joyful Noise, which is the title of the project and the title of the first single release, and a video that we just did a few weeks ago.
Absolutely. Now, the video folks can catch on Exile's YouTube channel, which is Exile Band. So folks look for that. And what I like about both the song and the video, Marlon, is it's very understated.
Well, to me, I guess, to all of us, the message of the song is simple. There's certain things about the holidays that bring about great memories and that sort of thing. And really, because the song, I think, spoke for itself, our manager said, let's just do a real simple, video like you're sitting around in your living room playing. And we actually had a good time filming it, and I think it turned out pretty well, actually. And frankly, we've been getting a lot of really good response to that video.
Yeah, I say it's very nicely done. It's subtle and it allows the message of the song to take center stage.
I think so. I'm glad you think so. That was the whole purpose. So hopefully we succeeded at that.
Yeah. Well, tell me this, you mentioned about all the different styles of songs, if you will, on there. You've got, it opens with A Kid at Heart.
Right.
Which is like a classic Exile sounding song.
Right. I might add that Kid at Heart was actually released last Christmas. And we did a concept video, and then so we decided, but since we didn't do a whole album, and again I'll refer to them as albums, since we didn't do a whole album last season, we decided, well, we'll just kind of add this as a bonus track. So it's just a kind of a fun track.
Yeah. Well, then it follows up with Mistletoe Boogie, and you want to talk about Christmas fun? That's a fun song.
It is. I just literally 5 minutes ago had someone message me and said they had just got the CD and played it, and they were laughing. They were laughing after listening to that, and it's fun. It's there's a lot of piano stuff, and it's really fun to play, and just a fun song. Nothing deep or heavy. It's just something the guys wrote just for fun.
Yeah, they succeeded. Now, you mentioned, we said the different feels. Santa's going to bring it to you.
That's about as R&B as you can get. That's old Memphis horn style, which, that's one of the things we grew up playing. We all grew up playing R&B and listening to Memphis and Motown along with country music. As I'm sure we actually started out as a rock band.
Right.
And then switched to more of a country rock sound. So, yeah, that pretty much, it speaks for itself. It's just R&B all the way.
Well, I was going to say, when I first listened to it, I thought, this is, a perfect tribute to the Stax records.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Stax and, I think you're right. It's more of a Stax sound rather than Motown or Muscle Shoals. And, that's really what we went for, and I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, well, you can't go wrong doing anything, with a Stax feel to it.
Oh, absolutely not. Because we grew up with that stuff, and we love that stuff.
Absolutely. So now, The next one, My Christmas Souvenirs, that's a very reflective song.
It is, and it's again something just totally different. I don't know really how you'd categorize it. It's more like a standard, you know.
Mhm.
And I really like the lyrics to that. I mean, it talks about memories and things we grew up and sort of our era, our age group. But I think everyone in every age group can kind of identify with it. It just brings back all these really, to me, sweet memories and that sort of feeling.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, what are some of your favorite Christmas memories? Looking back like as a kid, what's a Christmas memory that sticks with you?
Well, just the usual stuff. I remember the old Christmas trees, and of course, back when I grew up, you went out and cut your own tree, and I remember that my mom decorating it with all the. Sorry, I just had a message pop in there. So, uh, uh, and another message popped in. That's the problem with doing live
You're a
broadcast.
popular guy, Marlon.
I guess so, but I just remember the old trees that you'd cut, your parents would cover it with tinsel and all that sort of stuff, and the snow that you sprayed out of the can, and
Hmm.
I remember that, and I remember a couple of specific toys, like a toy airplane or something, and I just remember the cold weather and the just the whole atmosphere and family. I do have fond memories of Christmas, and I think, hopefully most people do.
Right. Now, yeah, the other part of that song is thought it was a good representation about how your perspective changes as you get older. Where
Yeah,
when you're a kid, you can't wait for Santa to get there. You want to see
right,
what's underneath that tree. Then
right,
as you get older, your perspective changes a bit. Then you get to where, you're given you enjoy giving gifts to others,
right,
rather than just receiving. And then you start to, say you get to where you miss those, days as a kid when that countdown to Christmas was all you could think about.
right. Yeah, it's true, and I'll have to honestly say, this sounds a little corny. Actually, at my stage in life, I really do enjoy giving a gift more. Not that I don't want one, but frankly, I'm really hard to buy for because I've pretty much got everything I need. So, and I have a grandson who's 7, and buying gifts for him and watching him, expect for Santa to come. Now he knows we get him certain gifts, but he also knows Santa brings certain gifts. So,
Mhm.
and to see his excitement, to go back to kid at heart, we did a concept video last season of our kids and grandkids and us as kids. And there's a little short video clip of him running down the stairs on Christmas morning going, he came, he really came, Santa came, and it's just stuff like that it just makes it special. And those memories are great. And it's fun to share them with another generation for sure.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, getting back to the album, we're talking about, so you mentioned there's like, some straight country,
Right.
Christmas songs. I would categorize Big Rig Santa in that
That's
category.
I think that's pretty country. Let's face it. That's
Just a
and
bit.
and again, that's a song the guys when they presented a bunch of songs to us, JP and Sonny, along with a great songwriter friend of theirs, Sharon Vaughn. They said, "Look, we did this just for the heck of it. This is just for fun. Don't take it that seriously." So we didn't, and it's just a fun song. But I had a guy tell me something interesting recently. He had listened to that song, and he said it brought back really emotional memories for him because he said his dad was a long haul trucker.
Mm.
And he said he remembered him coming home for Christmas and having the little wreath on his truck on the big rig. And in his case, it brought back really, really serious fond memories,
Mhm.
as well as fun. So, you never know how people are going to react to a specific song. It's just it's so individual, basically.
Exactly. It's always the interpretation of it, where one song
Ex-
can mean one thing to one person and something
Yeah.
totally different to somebody else.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's what makes music so interesting. Is it's such an individual thing.
Exactly. Now, speaking of which, what are some of your favorite Christmas songs?
Hmm. You kind of
Excluding,
put me
the 8 tracks on, Joyful
really,
Noise.
actually, to be honest about it, we've been, doing a couple of Christmas shows over the last few weeks. I've been concentrating so much on learning our Christmas songs. I hadn't really thought too much about other Christmas music. I mean, really standards. I mean, the Christmas song, chestnuts roasting and that sort of thing, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. I really, the standards to me are really what I like. I mean, not that aren't some good new Christmas songs. There's another Tennessee Christmas. That's a cool song. But really, as I say, I've been working. We've all been working on our stuff, so I hadn't really had time to think about that. So you kind of caught me at a loss for words.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned the standards, and you've
Hmm.
got those, dozen or so songs that everybody has, who's ever had a recording contract that's done a Christmas album has recorded.
Yeah.
And one of the things about those, they're all great songs.
Right. Right.
And what makes them great is the fact that, or one, I should say, one of the things that makes them great is the fact that they can be recorded by
Hmm.
a whole slew of different folks, and they
Right.
all have their own feel to them, but yet you still know that song.
Exactly. And actually, to refer to another Christmas project of ours, which was released a few years ago, it's called "Wrapped Up in Your Arms for Christmas," and it was actually just re-released by Time Life. Now, on that particular project, we did mostly standards, but we tried to redo them in kind of a different way,
Mhm.
and that was fun too. Just to be able to totally reinterpret, sort of standard Christmas things. And so we enjoy both. We enjoy doing standards, and we enjoy doing our own material as well. So, and when we do our Christmas shows, it's kind of a mixture of both. We try to, because people, I think, want to hear a few standard Christmas songs in a show that they can identify with and that they know.
Exactly. Well, those songs, those standards have become such a part
Hmm.
of the Christmas experience
Right.
that,
Right.
if they're not there, people it's like you feel like something's missing.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah. And we do stuff like "Oh Holy Night" and "Little Drummer Boy," and we do really different arrangements and some stuff like that. "Run Run Rudolph." We do that old Chuck Berry song. So
Mhm.
yeah, if you didn't have those standards, it wouldn't seem like Christmas, I don't think.
Exactly. All right, Marlon. We'll tell you what, is there anything else, any other Christmas music or memory you want to share here before we wrap this one up?
Well, not really. Like I say, we all love Christmas, and because all of us have kids, and most of us have grandkids now, it's fun to kind of share those feelings again. And frankly, this year, after missing Christmas last year, there's something special, I think, now about being able to kind of celebrate the holidays again after basically, as most artists, we sort of lost last year, and we feel lucky that we were able to kind of get back to some semblance of normalcy, and really enjoy our families coming in to visit and celebrating Christmas and having a big Christmas dinner for a change. That's going to be nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell you what, we have had your social media and YouTube channel and stuff scrolling across the screen, so folks can go check out Joyful Noise and
Right.
listen to that. Marlon, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us here on our holiday extravaganza.
Michael, it's been a pleasure. And this is one of the best extravaganzas I've ever been a part of, I'll have to say.
Well, you've made my day.
Well, thank you. It was wonderful.
All right, Marvel. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
If you enjoyed Music Night at the Majestic's Holiday Extravaganza, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and at musicnight.net. Music Night at the Majestic is a copyright production of Starliner Media. Any use of this program, its audio, or visual images without the express written consent of Starliner Media is prohibited.